Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you guys so much for even clicking on this video. I appreciate it so much. Now, we have some news. We have some leaks from an NVIDIA database, and that's talked about a few things. And I just wanted to go ahead and actually capture an angle that I don't necessarily believe that we are paying, a lot of close attention to right now. And that angle is that, there in that list anyways, there was a kind of a listing for a Batman Arkham Knight Remaster. Now, I don't know if this is something that was being worked on, that got scrapped, or something that is still being worked on and will still be delivered. But there are a few pertinent questions that I do see, and I feel like there are comparisons around the industry that would make a lot of sense and bring to light that discussion as to why this might be something really good. So Batman Arkham Knight came out in 2000 and was it 13 or 15? I can't even necessarily remember off the top of my head anyways. And the game was actually a solid entry. I went ahead and got it then on my PlayStation 4. I enjoyed it. And I didn't even know that there were actually struggles on PC with this game. In fact, on PC, the game came out busted. It actually, according to, the reports I've seen, it got removed from Steam because the performance was actually bad on PC. And then eventually that got taken care of and the game was brought back. And now the game is actually in a very solid place. In fact, the footage you're watching right now is footage that I captured from my play on PC. In fact, I have my most accumulated hours on my PC version of the game because, man, the look of the game, the performance of the game is just pristine. It's just something that I knew for certain was way better than, the version I had on the PlayStation. Now it's come to light that there's the possibility that they're going to do a remaster. And I don't necessarily know how that's going to really serve, the community at large, other than one specific reason. So usually remasters are done in different ways. I mean, everyone does a remaster in a whole kind of different way. Sometimes they'll remaster the game, new graphics, new everything. They'll overhaul the game. You see Mass Effect, the Legendary Edition was basically a remaster. You see Diablo Resurrection, which is a remaster that's coming very soon, where they're changing a lot of assets and a whole bunch of stuff. And then, you saw a game like Marvel Spider-Man pretty much get a remaster, and the remaster was pretty much a huge overhaul of a lot of elements within the game. They changed the voice actor, they changed they changed the actor, not just the voice actor, the actor and the voice actor that was used to capture a lot of the footage, and they actually delivered it in better game quality with all of the bells and whistles that were involved. So improved lighting, improved shadows, improved graphics, all of that stuff. And it leads me to ask just the question, why would a remaster be something that they want to bring right now, especially when the game already had a PC version that could scale and perform very well? Now, for those of you who played the PC version, you can actually run this thing at a very high frame rate depending on the power of your GPU. And there's a lot of NVIDIA integration that's actually gone into this. This is, one thing that Rocksteady has been doing even since Arkham City, where you can actually turn on a lot of NVIDIA functionality, like, fog and anti-aliasing and all that stuff if you had an NVIDIA GPU. And so I'm wondering with my to myself, was this something that was necessary in terms of, we want to give you a Batman Arkham experience in your new next gen thing that's going on with you? I think they could have just unlocked the 60 FPS version and then just had it as something that was there available on the Xbox Series X and S and on the PS5, just like Xbox has done with many other games, as well as the PlayStation 5. We've seen this with the Division 2. The Division 2 got a 60 FPS unlock on the PS5 and also a 60 FPS unlock on the Xbox. And the first Division game got a 60 FPS unlock on the Xbox as well. Now, the reason I did mention saying that I think they were doing this is basically the reason that they probably want to pair this up as a big, huge value bundle whenever they're releasing, say, a game like their Suicide Squad game, if this is something that they're making. And I think this is actually a very interesting proposition because if you look at what Insomniac has done, the way they released Spider-Man Miles Morales and their remastered version really did provide a value proposition for gamers. So at first when it came out, the price seemed a little steep. I was not a big fan of having to pay for a remastered version of the Spider-Man game. In fact, I was not even in the mood to do so. But once the game went on sale, it was very, very easy to kind of say, okay, I'm getting a better performing game right now, as well as a new Spider-Man game. game. And so I literally went ahead and took the dive and, basically made that plunge and got the remastered version and also the Miles Morales version as well on the PlayStation 5. So this is a way to push copies of the new Miles Morales game and also push copies of, a remastered version of the game, because those people who've also played the game before, even though, like I said, I didn't think they needed to do too much, I guarantee you that they would love to actually play the game at a better performance level. Now, before I even close out this video, I think other considerations that we have to actually take a look at is, what would this remaster look like? Are they going to make as much of an overhaul like the Spider-Man game did, or like the Marvel Spider-Man game was able to deliver? Or is it going to be something where they're just going to do, as many have said, just a lot of ray tracing upgrades that go into it? There's not a lot of information out there other than the fact that we got to see this list of things that got, of game titles that got leaked. But I guess it'll be interesting to see. But I would say if they're going to be moving ahead with this, gamers will like to get more value for their money. So if they're going to change some elements, maybe even add some DLC, or even add some elements that were probably canceled from, say, an unnamed game, that will be interesting to at least say, oh, there's this one thing that they're adding to this remastered version that we can't find in, say, the regular Batman Arkham version, then I think that will probably be the selling point. And in my opinion anyways, kind of the catch mechanism for them to be able to bring a lot of people into this remaster whenever or if ever it will be done. But I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. And yes, I know Arkham Origins Remaster, I will talk about that and make a video about that here, because I made some videos about it, but I think it's now relevant that we actually talk about that in another video. Thank you guys so much for your time and audience. I appreciate y'all so much. Peace out.